Hello, welcome to Miemieskeepsakes. I'm Arnell. I am very excited to start working on a new project that I've been planning for a very long time and collecting things and thinking about. And as you can see, it is the country diary of an Edwardian lady, and I also have nature notes of an Edwardian lady here. I do want to make a Edith Holden journal, and we're going to start with that on the project. I'm going to call this Edith and Friends, and I'll show you the friends in a moment. I have, as I'm looking for books and buying books, I saw similar kind of books or other country diaries or diaries of farms or gardens, and I thought, wouldn't it be nice to have like a series and make journals with all of these beautiful books? They're absolutely gorgeous. So, and that's why I'm calling it Edith and Friends. I'm going to make a journal a month. So February is almost done. I'll start working on Edith Holden now and kind of work till the end of March on that journal, and maybe work 2 days a week on this project. So let's start with the books and go from there. So let me show you, if you haven't seen the Country Diary of Edwardian Lady, it was Edith Holden's diary in 1906, I think. This edition, the copyright is 1977. Yeah, it's Nature Notes for 1906. And I think she had more of these diaries. I think it's her niece that found the diary in the attic, and she took it to a publisher, and this got published. What's wonderful about this one, and I think that's what everybody loves the most, is they've kept her own handwriting, and it has absolutely gorgeous illustrations. I'm not going to flip through every page. We'll flip through these books pretty fast, and then when I do the diary or the journals, I'll flip through the books again, whichever book I'm using. But just look at how beautiful her handwriting is in between everything. I think that's what makes this book so loved by everybody. Oh, see, this one was already coming apart. Well, anyway, that is the Country Diary. You get to the fall, and then Christmas is obviously at the end. But yeah, just look at that. So that is the Country Diary. Then there's also the Edwardian Nature Notes of an Edwardian Lady. And this one has the same kind of thing. That's 1905, but they didn't keep her handwriting. They kept like the months, but everything else they in between the drawings they did keep her handwriting, but not for the entire book. So I find this one a little less, even though it has beautiful illustrations in it, just like the other one, but it's just a little less charming, I would say. So this is a beautiful book too, both written by Edith Holden. And then you do get different sizes. You get the hard copy, and then the soft cover. And as you can see, the sizes are different, and then you also get them in little sizes. I personally like this one really a lot because it's a little smaller. Oh, oops, excuse me. This scale is just a little smaller. Trying to find that specific page 53. Let's see, just to show you. Page 53. That was anyway, page 53. See, the scale is just perfect for journaling cards and maybe tags. It's just way smaller than in the bigger book, the hard cover. Anyway, let's move on. I'm talking too much about her. Then you also get the Edwardian lady, her biography or her own story. And I have read this book. I love it. I love the cover of this book. It's just so pretty. So this is her life story with other illustrations. She illustrated children's books, beautiful photos in here. Definitely also a good book to make a journal from. There is some from the country diary illustrations are in here as well, if I remember. Yeah, see, there's some of them. And just another beautiful book, also Edith Holden, her story. And then you also get books like this. This is the birthday book, and this is a smaller size again, and it has illustrations in there, and then also some of her little sayings and poems that she had in her books for each day as you go along. So this is one of my favorites definitely as well. There's the country diary herbal book, and it has some of the illustrations in there, and then herb information, which is also just, we get these, and this is the cookery book, cookery notes. And again, these would be perfect in the country diary journal. So if you add these in for writing spaces, I think it's absolutely perfect. I have the country diary of crafts here. And again, it has like knitting and sewing and embroidery patterns based on Edith's, that's a cross stitch below on her her drawings. Sorry, I don't know why that didn't come to me, but anyway. And then like all those little things in there, and the smaller illustrations again. I'm just showing you a couple of these books. Maybe you're not aware of them out there. This one is the Country Diary of Knitting. And again, Edith's little illustrations in here with knitting patterns. And again, this would be perfect, like even just that in your country diary journal, I think would be nice. And even that. This book is, look at that, is a very small little wren, I think. That would be good. This one is Annette Mitchell, and it is, just looking at the copyright, 1988 quickly. I was just wondering what year it was to look. So then from there on, I found other books. So this book is Island, Diary of a Year on Eastdale. And it's Garth and Vicky Waite. I love this book. It is beautiful. There, where's the... This one is 1985. And same kind of thing as the country diary, in their handwriting with all their notes. This was a husband and wife, I think, if I'm not mistaken. But see, it's a little bit more... brighter colors and a different look, but the same idea. It's their diary of what they saw in the country for the year they lived on this island. And I think it's, yeah, like I said, it's just so pretty. And these books you don't always hear from as much as Edith's books, and I do think they need some recognition too. This one is a Year at Killara Farm, Christine Allen. And I mean, just look at that front page. This one is 2012. Wow, okay, so this is way newer. Just look at those. And it has like the month, January, February, and what they were doing on the farm. And then all the little illustrations as well. And I can already, this is obviously more modern as well as Edith Holden, but I can already think of kits that I would use with this and what I want to do with this book to make it into a journal. Let's see the cover page. It's just a blank, but that gives you options to decorate, definitely. Then this one is Nature Diary of a Quiet Pedestrian. Just a gray cover, so I'll have to think of a cover for this one if you make a journal with it. 1986. And this one has some color illustrations. And then a lot of the line drawings in there. Let's look at this side. But again, month to month, what he saw on his nature walks every day, and that's what Edith did too. Her country diary was her nature walks, what she saw, and then she drew them and made notes of it. So this is another beautiful book. And Richard Bell's Britain, and just a brown cover. But it's that beautiful paper that Edith has to it as a nice thicker paper, not cardstock, but thicker. This one's 1981. And then his looks like this. And again, it has a lot of his own handwriting in here, in between all his beautiful illustrations. Oh my goodness, this is going to be very hard to cut out these books because I've had them for a while and I've collected them, and I think that's the reason why, see this one's coming apart, why I didn't start with this yet, because I didn't want to cut these books up. But I am going to do it. I want to give this a new life, and maybe it will give somebody joy to write in a book, you know, with all of this in between. Anyway, so that is Richard Bell's Britain. And then the country book of the year on this one is and I have more of these. I'm not going to show you everything I have that I want to include in this series, and it might take more than a year to go through all of this if I'm doing a book a month. And this one is 1980, so it's kind of a long-term project. This one only has line drawings in it, and then some photos. This one I see I would as like a more neutral journal, maybe more coffee dyed and less color in it. I just really like his, like, look at those photos, and I love those little line drawings, and everything is done, even the script is done in a dark chocolatey brown. So that's something different. And then this one is The Secrets of Devon Wood by My Nature Journal by Joe Brown. Oh, and this has a beautiful cover. Wow. Okay, and this one is absolutely gorgeous. I wish I could do this. I mean, so she made, she has the date and everything on here, where she saw what. But isn't this a beautiful, beautiful journal, or book, not a journal? Yeah, so this one, let's just do, oh, in the back there's empty pages as well that you can add to your journal. Lots of bugs. This might be more fall. Birds, mushrooms, flowers. Beautiful. And that's The Secrets of Devon Woods. And then Nature Sketchbook. This is by Marjolaine Baston. I hope I'm saying that correctly. That might be the wrong pronunciation. 1994. And again, look at this. I don't have to tell you it's beautiful, because just look at this. And again, in her handwriting, different colors than Edith Holden. Edith's is also printed on like a vanilla color paper. This is obviously brighter colors, but just look at that. Isn't that just... So yeah, see, there's just simply beautiful. That would make a very cute journal. And then this one is In and Out of the Garden by Sarah Mida. And look at that guy sitting on the potato. I think this is like a garden journal that she published, 1981. And it is one of my absolute all-time favorites. I use it a lot because it has all of these adorable, whenever I see this book, I buy it. Adorable little drawings and things that you can use in your journals. It's just beautiful. Anyway, there's a little extra gift in there just to give you an idea of this book, In and Out of the Garden. Then these ones is not necessarily like country journals, but they kind of give the same feel as Edith Holden. And this one is coming apart, as you can see, so it would be fairly easy to start using this. This copy was copyright 2002, but just as you can see, it gives you that Edith Holden vibe, and I think it can be included as a Edith and Friends kind of a journal. I love this book, and I'm not the only one. I mean, just look at the fussy cutting opportunities. The only problem is they're on both sides. Which one do you pick? How do you pick? You know the drill. Anyway, but what a gorgeous book. The entire book is just the one sketch after the other. It just keeps coming. It is beautiful. Then this one is Portrait of a Country Garden. I can't remember if this is a month-to-month again. This one makes me feel a lot. It's brighter again than Edith, but it makes me feel like that. This one is 1984, and just look at that. So the entire book, let's start in December. Yeah, absolutely amazing. I mean, it's just beautiful. Do I need to say it again? And this one is Roseanne Saunders. Then I also have The Country Flowers of a Victorian Lady. And another amazing book. If you look for this book, it is simply beautiful. Like I said, it's not necessarily a country diary per se, but I do think you can include this as a friend of Edith because it gives you that same kind of vibe, and the illustrations is absolutely, I wish I could do this. It's just beautiful. It's, I don't know, gorgeous. I've said beautiful 10,000 times already. Then this one is Growing Herbs with Margaret Roberts, and it's actually a lady from South Africa, so I had to include her. I mean, why not? Again, this one is printed on a yellow paper, and the illustrations are same thing, maybe not as much flowers because it's about herbs, but like even these little line drawings, I think, would make the cutest little tag there, huh? And I didn't even know hydrangea is a herb. Maybe not. I don't know. Anyway, another beautifully illustrated book. You can find this one. It's definitely a good addition to your library. Then the other thing is Wildflowers of Britain, a month-to-month. And this one is an absolute winner. I didn't say it's Margaret Wilson. I can't pronounce her middle name. And there she is. But I mean, honestly, I think Duke sent me some of these pages as well in her happy mail that I opened on Friday, if you want to look at that video. But just look at this. It is just, I mean, that is your journaling card. You don't have to do a thing to any of it. So I'm going to make a journal of this as well. Cut it up. It will probably be very difficult, but I am going to try. And I only have 2 more books that I want to show you, and this is the Marshall's Flower book. And if you don't have this book, keep your eye open for it. It is simply so these were illustrations Alexander Marshall, and he's if you also the Florilegium book, if you haven't, I think it's the same plates that they've used. This is just a smaller, and I didn't bring that book out, but same kind of thing. I mean, these books are, I can't say no to the books, but especially these. I've had them for so long and I cannot get myself to do it. So this will force me to use these books and put them to great use rather than them just sitting on my bookshelf. And this one is The Garden Eden, and again also one book that you do need if you're collecting books or collecting kind of these books that's good for journaling. Just look at that. I mean, I don't have to say it's beautiful because you can see that it's beautiful. Yeah, this one, what's nice about this one, it has a bigger spine. Same with, I didn't bring out Florilegium, but that one has a nice big spine too. Let's see how the cover looks. This cover is just red, but another beautiful book. So yeah, that's it. That is my day 2 for the 100-day project. I'm not gonna do anything else today because I wanted to show you a lot of these books and I knew it's gonna take up some time. So tomorrow I'll start with Edith Holden at least and see how far we get with that. I hope you have a lovely day, and thank you for going through these books with me, and I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments if you have favorites or if you have other suggestions for books that's similar. I do have more of them. I didn't want to bring all of them, but please, if you have suggestions, put it in the comment box and I would really appreciate that, and add it to the list of journals that I want to make for this series. Thank you for joining, and please leave a comment, and have a lovely day. Bye.